Hello, thank you for listening. This is the near-death experience of Gary, and Gary's experience occurred in 2012 and was documented on May 17th of 2018. Open quote. I woke up in a hospital bed without the energy to even grow a fingernail. It took me maybe 15 minutes to be able to get the buzzer to alert the medical staff of my condition. They immediately responded with a crash cart and more staff than you could fit into the room. During this early intervention time, I left my body. I didn't see myself in bed, but I left my body for sure. I went to a place where I had no body and drifted in space above a hard, flat surface. I was a long way off the ground. I was drifting while being suspended, but still wide awake and very aware of my surroundings. I was above a sky filled with individually colored drops like the candy of licorice or differently colored candies with chocolate inside. There were millions and millions of them coming from the right to the left above me and filling the sky. Actually, they were the sky. Although I was far above, I could see each one individually as they were being pushed or making their way across the sky. I could have watched them for hours and hours. I could move just by thinking about being somewhere different. The chocolate multicolored drops were moving to a point in the sky where they were falling down like a waterfall. They were dropping from a long way up as a wall of multicolored drops falling into a large gap in the ground below me. I moved closer to the edge of the gap and peered over the edge. I couldn't see a bottom at all, as millions of these candies fell down from the sky to the bottom of the waterfall somewhere deep below me. The experience was amazing. I would return to that place today, any time, without hesitation, if it was offered to me. In total, I was away maybe 2 or 3 hours. I later learned that the medical staff had to remain in my room for the entire morning. Someone was watching me without pause or break for hours and hours. I didn't move in my physical body for about 4, maybe 5 hours during this medical event. End quote. Wow, Gary, that is pretty amazing. I don't think I've ever heard that. Chocolate licorice candy sky falling into the gap, and you could have stayed there forever watching it. That is pretty cool. Amazing. And there are some questions. Let's see what they are describing. Well, let's associated life-threatening event. I was in the hospital with a very large saddle pulmonary embolism, blood clot, lodged between my heart and lungs. A clot of this size and location is nearly always fatal. Rating your highest level of consciousness. Answer: there were subtle differences. I was more at peace or more connected to the environment that I would normally feel on Earth. And when were you at your highest level of consciousness or alertness? Answer: the entire time I was away from my body. Question: did time seem to speed up or slow down? Answer: I thought I had been gone for a short period of time, but it turned out that I was not with my body for hours. Question: were your senses more vivid than usual? Answer: incredibly more vivid. Comparing your vision. Answer: my vision did change. I could look up into the sky and individually pick out each individual aspect of the sky that I was experiencing. Question: comparing your hearing. Answer: I didn't hear anything during the time away. Question: did you see an unearthly light? Answer: yes. Not as a bright ray of light, but the place I went was lit up enough to see all around. Question: did you seem to enter some other unearthly world? Answer: I was weightlessly suspended in the air, but able to move around by just thinking about it. There was no boundary around me in any direction. The ground was clear. The sky was different than anything on Earth, but no hills or other features around me. It seemed to go on forever. Question, what emotions did you feel during the experience? Answer, I felt joy, pleasure, grace, and the experience was humbling. Incredible. Question, what was your religion prior to the experience? Answer, unaffiliated, nothing in particular. Question, have your religious practices changed since your experience? Answer, yes, became much more spiritually attuned. Well, a candy sky will do that, right? Question, what is your religion now? Answer, unaffiliated, nothing in particular. Question, did your experience include features consistent with your earthly beliefs? Answer is both consistent and inconsistent. And a change in values? Yes, a real strong spiritual journey was made obvious to me. Events in my life was all leading to that point in time. Question, during your experience, did you gain information about pre-mortal existence? Answer, yes. Awareness that I was home and that time was no longer a limitation. Things just were. Question, during your experience, did you gain information about an afterlife? Answer, an afterlife definitely exists. Time didn't exist. There was just the feeling of experience, but I did feel at home. Question, what life changes occurred in your life after the experience? Answer, large changes in my life. My spiritual journey really started. I was seeing the world from a different place. Question, how accurately do you remember the event? Answer, more accurately than other life events. Question, do you have any psychic, non-ordinary, or other special gifts after your experience that you did not have before the experience? Answer, yes. I can now talk to spiritual guides via telepathic means. My spiritual guide and I can talk regardless of distance via our minds. Question, are there one or several parts of your experience that are especially meaningful or significant to you? Answer, the entire thing was life-changing. Question, have you ever shared this experience with others? Answer, yes. Shared it directly with my wife. Question, what do you believe about the reality of your experience? Answer, experience was definitely real. My view of life continues to explain this event even today. Reality has developed more and more each day after the experience. Experience was definitely real. End quote. End questions. And amazing. I don't know. Was there more? Maybe there was more implanted or kind of understood by Gary, but I thought that the Candy Sky was a pretty cool description and event that must have been pretty amazing. Thanks, Gary. Appreciate you sharing that, and thank you out there for listening. I hope you have a great day.